Let's talk about halal meat. In my video Why I Exercise Caution When Criticising Islam, I mentioned that I was hoping to do a follow-up video where I addressed some legitimate criticisms of Islam rather than the paranoid nonsense we routinely hear from Islamophobes. So, halal in Arabic means permitted, and when referring to food refers to that which Muslims are allowed to eat. The opposite of halal is haram, meaning forbidden. Pork products, alcohol, carnivorous animals, and land mammals without external ears are all haram and, as such, not typically consumed by Muslims. Meat from other animals is considered halal so long as the animal was slaughtered in the name of Allah, the meat is blessed during cooking, the animal has been completely drained of blood, and the animal has been treated with respect prior to slaughter. It's these last 2 points which are of concern to animal rights supporters. Draining an animal of its blood usually means it can't be stunned prior to slaughter. This means it dies very painfully. This puts the two requirements that the animal be drained of blood and that it be treated with respect in serious conflict with one another. Recently, in an exchange with Robin Hargreaves from the British Veterinary Association, social commentator Mo Ansar defended halal slaughter, saying he didn't think it was cruel. I shall post a link to the exchange in the description box. I have a lot of respect for the work Mo Ansar does, encouraging good relations between Muslims and non-Muslims, but I really can't agree with him on this issue. He also brings up the fact that there are many atrocities committed by the livestock industry that have nothing to do with Islam. While he is completely correct about this, I can't help but feel he's simply distracting from the issue at hand rather than addressing it. Recently, both halal and kosher slaughter were banned in Poland, much to the chagrin of many Muslims and Jews. As someone who believes in both freedom of religion and animal rights, I support this decision, not least because it was made in support of animal rights, not, as some of its critics may claim, in opposition to freedom of religion. Where the two things overlap is where the decision has to be made as to which is the more important in this instance. It is by no means my place to tell Muslims that they should be vegetarians, and as I understand it, there is some controversy surrounding vegetarianism in Islam, mainly because for someone to refuse meat entirely when it has been permitted by Allah is to disagree with Allah. However, vegetarian food is halal and is readily available in the Western world, so it is entirely possible for Muslims to maintain a halal diet even in a country where halal slaughter is illegal. For this reason, I don't see the banning of halal slaughter as being a violation of anyone's freedom of religion. As a secularist, I don't believe religion should be afforded any kind of privilege in society. I oppose halal slaughter for the same reasons I oppose factory farming, foie gras, veal crates, the debeaking of fowl, the defeathering of live fowl in boiling water, canned hunting, and so on, because these practices are unjustifiably cruel. Now, to comment on a recent hoo-ha stirred up by the Daily Mail concerning Subway, recently, Subway made the decision to stop serving any pork products in 185 of their 1,500 UK stores. People seem to like rounding this figure up to 200, and to serve only halal meat. This caused uproar amongst Islamophobes, who seem to like to jump aboard the animal welfare bandwagon every time it offers them an excuse to foam at the mouth about Islam. While it's great to see people taking an interest in animal welfare, it is counterproductive to the cause if said people are only doing so in order to exercise their Islamophobia, just as it is counterproductive to the cause of secularism if a person's only interested in secularism is so they can exercise their Islamophobia. On that note, I've no idea if Pat Condell has made a video about this, but it wouldn't surprise me. To be fair to Pat, he is actually a vegetarian, and I think vegan, so it wouldn't be accurate for me to accuse him of being a bandwagon jumper in this instance. Credit where credit's due, he does commit to the issue of animal rights. It amused me no end not long ago when someone tweeted Pat Condell saying they thought people should only be allowed into the UK if they have a bacon sandwich and a can of Foster's, and Pat replied that he was a vegetarian and that he thought Foster's tasted like piss, and he also isn't vegetarian due to the use of animal findings. And the person tweeted back saying they'd amended their policy offering soy bacon for vegetarians, presumably not realising that soy bacon is halal, and therefore would negate the whole purpose of the endeavour. What I'd say to EDL types who claim they oppose halal because it is cruel to animals is that you need to be opposing a lot more than just halal. KFC defeather chickens by dunking them into vats of boiling water while they're still alive. Bernard Matthews do the same with turkeys. The vast majority of store-bought cakes contain eggs laid by hens kept in battery cages. The list goes on. The reason these Subway stores are going halal is because they are located in areas with high Muslim populations. And as such, in order to make money, they need to sell products people want to buy, not products people don't want to buy. So it's basic economics. It has nothing to do with Muslims taking over the world or any such paranoid nonsense. I oppose halal slaughter because it is cruel, and it is my hope that one day, as a result of education and greater compassion, it will be a thing of the past. Thanks for watching. If you like any of my videos on the subject of vegetarianism and animal rights, please consider donating to the Vegetarian Society and or Viva, the Vegetarians International Voice for Animals. Links in the description box. I should make clear I don't work for either of these groups. I'm merely a supporter, and as such, views expressed in my videos do not necessarily reflect the views of said groups.